Good morning, you guys. So first things first, I apologize if you can hear traffic in the background. I have to film in this room because Rodolfo is actually working from home now, so he is out in the living room in his little makeshift office. But yeah, I just felt like I needed to sit down and kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on what's been going on in our life, how I've been feeling with everything that's going on right now in the world, because I want to continue putting out videos, but I just felt like I have some videos coming out this week and I don't really talk about anything that's going on there, like pregnancy updates or things like that. And it just felt weird to just continue putting out this content without addressing what's going on. So that's what this video is. I just wanted to address that, what is going on and how it's affecting us and how it's affecting me personally, how it's affecting pregnancy, and just kind of all of the things. One of the first things, like I just mentioned, is that Rodolfo is now working from home. So due to this whole COVID-19 craziness, Rodolfo's work sent him home. And we're actually very grateful that this happened. He's still able to work, he's still able to get paid, and we recognize and understand the blessing that that is right now. We know a lot of people who are being sent home from work and with no pay and with no idea of when their job will restart because of just like the uncertainty and unknown of everything going on. So we are very grateful that they were so kind as to, like, they told him, like, look, we see your wife is pregnant and like we don't want to put her at risk, and so we would, you know, please go work from home, take your stuff and go work from home. So we are very, very grateful. Honestly, just like so grateful that this is happening right now for us. So Rodolfo is home working here, and it's actually been such a blessing. Not just like the fact that he can work from home and still like we can financially be okay, but just like having him here has really helped with the anxiety and stress that I've been feeling. Just being able to know that he's here and that, I don't know, it's just nice to be together and have that. I'm so grateful. I don't even know where to start, because like just in the last 7 days, so much has changed and so much has happened. Like I was thinking back to my day on Tuesday, so last week. And I was like, oh my gosh, just since that day, so much has happened. And I've just really been feeling like days feel like years, with the amount of new information that we're being told, with the amount of new restrictions that are being placed, the statistics that are being thrown out. It's kind of been terrifying, and just the fact that so much is happening every day, I feel like I've just been waking up and going to bed and waking up exhausted, like just feeling this like weight on me, because it's so unknown, it's so uncertain, and every day we're just waiting to hear what the next call is or what the next step is for where we specifically live. One thing I will say is that I am so grateful for our leaders in our country. I am so grateful just for our prime minister. Like I don't know, I just feel like in times like this, we're really able to watch our leaders step up and lead. And I, for one, am so incredibly grateful to be a Canadian at this time. I am very grateful for our prime minister. Every single morning he's hopping on the news and he is just giving a quick little update on what's happening. He is speaking directly to us as Canadians, and he is helping us know how we can be better citizens during this time, how we can help, what our rules are, what our regulations are, what we should and shouldn't be doing, and kind of giving us a little bit of an update. And I just feel like that is bringing so much peace. He is so calm and collected, and honestly, I'm just so grateful to have a very amazing leader at this time that is keeping our country calm. And I just am so grateful for that leadership that we have coming from our government. So I don't know, that's just something that's been like an eye-opener, is just like watching like leaders of countries have to step up, and I feel like it's really showing like who they are as leaders. And I'm honestly so impressed and proud of how Canada is dealing with it. So I'm just really grateful to have like our governments at this time, and I feel like that's something to not take for granted, because the fact that every day we're being guided by a leader is very important. You know, in times like this, we look to a leader, and I'm just grateful that we have a leader in our country who we can trust and who is leading us, in my opinion, very well. I feel like he's doing the best he can at this point. Something really disappointing that happened this week, and I've been kind of hesitant to like hop on the camera and talk about it because it's just been so emotional for me, has been that my family, so if you guys have followed me for a while, you'll know that Uganda is my family's like second home. 4 of my siblings are adopted from Uganda, and so my family had to return to Uganda in January because the kids' visas ran out and they were still waiting for citizenship. Well, they finally got citizenship, but they're now waiting for passports to be able to fly. And within all this time, this whole like COVID-19 thing has kind of just been growing, and we've just kind of been watching it. And like my parents have kind of been like watching it and trying to decide like, okay, like, are we gonna be okay? What's this gonna look like? It's now reached a point where they can't leave really for the next 30 days. Uganda just announced that their airport is shut down, like 100% within like 24 hours of the announcement. The airport was closed. You can't get a hold of the airport. There are no airplanes flying in or out, and it was really scary. Actually, yesterday we were looking at a flight for my parents to get them out, and then suddenly they said, actually, we're not even giving you guys like 24 hours. The airport is officially shut. We are not opening it for 30 days. It was really disheartening yesterday to kind of have that news. And it's just really scary for me to have my family stuck there. We're trying to stay as positive as we can and hope that a way opens up for them to get home. And at least right now, I know that they're safe, they're okay, they have a home. At least they're all together as a family. And this situation could be so much worse and so much more scary. Like, I really feel for Canadians who are stranded on vacation. Like, they don't even have a home to go to. Like, my parents are living in Uganda right now, and so they do have kind of like everything they could need to feel okay and comfortable. But just the fact that they can't hop on a plane and be here is really scary. I have a little brother who does have like respiratory issues, and so that's really scary because obviously one of the things of getting COVID-19 is it very much goes to your lungs, and that's scary to know that him being so vulnerable in a country with very little medical attention is terrifying. My parents like are very involved. They have a lot of like friends in the medical system there, and it's just, we are very aware of how like dire the situation is, and it's just scary. It's very scary because if this got really bad there, it would get bad fast, and there's really not any, they just don't have the resources, unfortunately, to deal with anything like this. So obviously that's been a huge stress and just something on the back of my mind. I mean, last night I was a total mess. I think I've cried so much, but we're just really trying to, I don't know, keep hopeful that they'll be okay, or that, you know, somehow they will get back to Canada. Obviously, there's like this part of me that's really scared my family won't even be back for June, for when our babies do. Just because of how like drastic everything is changing, not only weekly, but like daily. It's scary, and it just would be really reassuring to have them here on Canadian soil at this time, just to know that like if anything were to happen, like I feel like they're taken care of here. And it's really hard having them in a country that could potentially turn dangerous for them and be an unsafe place. So that's just something that's definitely been on my shoulders and just weighing me down a lot. And yeah, that's just kind of our reality right now, is that my family is stuck in Uganda at this time. We have no way of getting them out, but we're just hopeful that a way will be provided, or that after these 30 days, hopefully the airport will lift the ban, even if just for a day or two, we can get them on a flight and get them out of here. And part of the reason they were able, I feel like some people might be like, well, why didn't they just get out when it started going bad? My siblings still don't have passports, and they were waiting to be issued an emergency travel visa, which they got, but they got it a day too late. So that's just the reality. Unfortunately, things can only happen so fast right now, and you know, everyone's doing their best, but you know, there's a lot of people who are trying to get home right now, and unfortunately it's just the way it is. So I would really appreciate prayers for my family that they can just be kept safe while they are in Uganda. Honestly, they're okay. Like my parents aren't too stressed or worried. It's more so just like, okay, when will we get home? That's probably the scariest part, is just like, when are they gonna get home? But besides that, everything is okay. But yeah, it really does suck. And honestly, like, I'm holding it together now, but it's really difficult to just think of my family being stranded there, and it's really scary because things have already turned a little bit dangerous for them, and I'm just, yeah, it's a scary reality. Honestly, all of that has just been my number one thought, and that's all I've been thinking about. That, like, the fact that we canceled our baby moon, which we were planning to go to Hawaii at the end of April for one last trip with just Rodolfo and I before baby comes, that got canceled, obviously. I've just basically thrown the idea of a baby shower out of my head. We were planning to hopefully have one in April, but that's obviously not going to happen either. And my heart just goes out to all the pregnant mamas out there, especially the first time moms like myself who are kind of experiencing this all for the first time, and you get really excited about these milestones of like being pregnant, and you want to book a baby moon, and you want to have baby showers, and you want to get together with your friends and celebrate this exciting time, and you want to go baby shopping, and all of that is just not happening right now, and it's just not possible for us. And so my heart does go out to you guys. I know for me, like, honestly, just like with my family situation, it's distracted me a little bit from like focusing on that as much. And I also know that, like, I'm just so grateful to have a healthy baby and to be having a healthy pregnancy. I think of pregnant women who are stuck in the hospital because of complications their whole pregnancy, or like they have to continually be going to the hospital for things. Like, I'm really grateful to have had a very easy and healthy pregnancy so far. And just like nothing's really gone wrong, and we're able to be at home, we're able to do social distancing, we're able to be self-isolating here at home. We're not like self-isolating because we haven't really left the country, but we don't go out. Like, we literally go out to get groceries, and we're very limited to when we go out to get groceries, and we do go out for walks, and we do it during times of the day when there's no one else around, and we avoid people. Like, literally, if we go somewhere to go for a walk and it's crowded, we will turn around and come home. Like last night, thankfully, the park, like, there's a little field down where we live, and it was completely empty, so we were able to go kick the soccer ball around, and that was really nice to be able to get outside. But we're pretty strict about being around people right now. But I'm just really grateful to be healthy and to be able to, like, be home together during this time. It sucks. It sucks for everyone, and I feel like that's just the reality right now, and the best we can do is just support each other and rely on each other and call each other up and message each other and just check in with each other, because everyone has been affected by this in some way. You know, it's not just people who've had to have things canceled, just the everyday person has been affected by this, people whose children are home. Like, we've all been affected, and I just think, like, we could all be like, oh, woe is me, but woe is everyone right now. Like, what the freaking heck is going on in our world? This is scary and so unknown. And so just, I don't know, I think we can all just like come together and lean on each other, and, you know, that's really the best we can do. My anxiety, thankfully, is like, it's bad as in like I'm anxious all the time just because I can't process anything that's happening. Like, okay, so they make an announcement today, and then I'm like, oh, okay, like, I'll process that. But before my mind can even like process it, there's a new announcement. But I've really been feeling, I don't know, like, again, we don't talk about our faith a ton on here, and I don't know why that is, but I just don't. But I've just really felt God like lifting that weight of like my anxiety off my shoulders, and just like really allowing me to carry it. Like, I'm definitely stressed, I'm definitely more distant, I'm definitely kind of going through my days with like a little bit of a haze and just trying to like stay calm and okay. But for the most part, I do feel okay. Like, I'm allowing myself to just feel what I feel in the moment. Like last night, I sobbed for hours, and I needed to do that. And then I'm okay today. And if I need to cry tomorrow, or if I need to cry this afternoon because I'm overwhelmed, I'm just going to allow myself to do that, and then we will move on. And so I've really just been like, what has helped with my anxiety has just been allowing myself to feel what I feel. When I feel worried about my family, I just allow that worry to sit for a second. I let it come and I let it go. Rodolfo and I have always said this. We call it high tide. Let it come, let it go. We just have to let ourselves feel that emotion just even for a moment, and then just let it go and remind ourselves that it's okay. So it's okay if I feel this deep sadness that my family is stranded in Africa, but then I'm gonna let it go and I'm gonna hang on to the hope that they will get back eventually. I'm going to feel the stress of like, oh my gosh, like what's gonna happen when we have this baby? But I'm gonna let it go because I still have 3 months, and I'm gonna rely on talking to my midwife, and I'm going to rely on prayer, and I'm just going to rely on reminding myself that a way will open up. Even if it's nothing like what I hoped it would look like, a way will open up. So that's just something, I don't know if you have anxiety or if you are having a hard time coping with all of this, let it come, let it go. Let yourself feel it, even if it feels like you're hopping all over the place, it's okay. It's kind of what's helped me stay calm and okay. That's just a little update on our life and everything that's been going on. There's been a lot going on, so I apologize that this was super long. But yeah, and if you guys have any like prayer requests, or if there's anything you need, like if you just need us to pray that if you have a family member who you're worried about, or if you're worried about yourself, or if you're worried about a situation, comment down below, and we will definitely keep those people and those things and yourselves or whatever you need in our prayers at this time. So please comment any prayer requests or anything down below. We are very happy to do that. But yeah, we love you guys, and I hope that you continue enjoying to watch my videos. I'm gonna try and keep them still like pretty normal, but we're absolutely gonna continue being realistic about what's happening in the world around us. So love you guys so much. Thank you for watching, and my prayers are with you all. And I hope that you guys are doing okay. Okay, I love you guys. See you in my next video.